In this video, I am going to show you how to prepare and create the perfect CV that admission officers and job recruiters are looking for. Hello, if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. If this is the first time we are meeting, my name is Emmanuel and I am on a mission to assist you to realize your full potential through academic scholarships, job opportunities abroad, and as well as to impact lives through charity projects. Like personal statements and reference letters, your CV has a huge role to play when it comes to university admissions as well as your job applications. Therefore, spend these few minutes with me and let's learn how to present our achievements, our academic backgrounds, as well as our experiences in a Word document format, that is the CV, to help us stand apart from the competition. You may be wondering if you should have just one CV for all applications that you make, or you should have multiple CVs. I would say you should have two, one for job applications and one for academic purposes. And we will be looking at the two in this video, but first let's look at how to present your academic CV. With your academic CV, this is how you can present the first half. You should have your name in the middle. It should be visible and bolding enough. On the left, you can have your phone number and your email address. Make sure your email address is accessible and your phone number should be the current phone you are using. On the right, you can have your home address, and if you are living in countries where you use postcode, make sure you also type in your postcode. Once you've given them these details for them to be able to contact you, it's time for you to talk about your education, and you should make sure you mention your highest education first. So for instance, let's say you've done your master's. You type in the name of the master's program you did, the institution you had that education, and also the class that you got. Then on the right, you indicate the year you started and you graduated from this institution. So let's say I've done a master's in nursing and I studied at University of Ghana and I got, let's say, a merit or a distinction. You then go ahead and write at the course master's in nursing, then the institution University of Ghana, then the class you write either merit or distinction depending on what class you got. Then you indicate the year as well. Let's say you started in 2014 and you graduated 2018. You make sure you write those dates there. You do same with your BSc or your bachelor's. Now, depending on the application that you are making, it may require that you have some research experience. So after you've given your educational background, now you can talk about your research experience. So in this one, you can specify if you were the main researcher or you were a co-researcher, you did the research with someone else. What position were you when you did the research? Was it an undergraduate research or a master's research? What was your research topic? You may want to write that as well. What type of research did you do? You may want to go further and give the type of research you did. Was it a descriptive cross-sectional? Was it a qualitative research? Was it a quantitative research? To briefly talk about some research skills that you acquired after completing this research, you may want to have some bullet points like you did a data collection with a structured questionnaire, or you did a systematized literature review, or you did some bits of statistical analysis. You make sure you have a brief summary of those details listed out as well. This will help the recruiter or the admissions officer to go through and see that you already have these skills that they are looking for. Not forgetting the year you started and you completed the research. After your research experience, you may want to talk about your academic or professional experience. What highest position have you held in your career? You make sure that comes first, then the rest follows. What facility organization did you work in? So like you did for the research experience, make sure you have a bullet point of the activities you carried out when you held that position. Did you facilitate an innovation at your workplace or you supervise some activities? Were you in charge of administration of patient-centered care? Or let's say if you were in academia, you were responsible for delivering modules or for conducting and marking assessments. Let's start all your academic and professional experiences up to date. You can include when you did your internship and some of the activities you carried out during the time you were doing your internship. For academic purposes, you may want to talk about some conferences you've attended or some seminar and poster presentations you've engaged in. So these points I've listed should help you in presenting your conferences, your seminar posters you've engaged. For instance, if you were part of the panelists or if you were a presenter at a conference, you indicate the conference that you attended. You might as well indicate the topic or the theme for the conference or the seminar you attended and the date and the year it took place. With that as well, you can list as many as you can. If you're finding value so far, kindly give me a thumbs up by pressing on the like button. Have you been awarded any academic scholarships or grants? Time for you to talk about the honors and awards that you have in your closet. For example, I was awarded a Commonwealth Chess Scholarship, so I will indicate the particular award and the particular institution that offered you the scholarship, not forgetting the year that the scholarship was given to you. You can list out several awards that you have been given. Also, don't forget to indicate if you declined or you accepted the award. After you've indicated the institution that gave you the award, you may want to type a brief information about the award. For example, I was awarded a Vice Chancellor's Award by the University of Bradford, and this award was a fee reduction from an international student to a home fee applicant. Next is for you to talk about the membership in certified bodies you are part of. So let's say if you're a nurse and you are part of the Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, you indicate that. And if you're a doctor and you are part of the Medical Council in your country, you also indicate that as well. If you are in the business and management field, you may want to also indicate the certified bodies you are part of. Finally, you may want to talk about some volunteering activities you have been engaged in and the years that it took place. It can be any volunteering activities you have engaged in, whether you were the course rep of your class, whether you were part of the students union, or whether you've been part of some outreach programs. So that is an overview of your academic CV and how it should be presented. Now let's take a look at your professional CV. So with your professional CV, it's almost the same as your academic CV. However, it differs slightly and we are going to look at it in a short while. So you should have your name boldly written with your address, your phone number, and your email address. Before your educational background, some would prefer to have a 3 or 4 sentences that talks about who they are and what they aspire to be. After you've indicated the course, the institution, the class, or the division that you got from that program, you may want to have some details about the course content, and that will be the modules. So let's say you did a bachelor's in nursing. Some of the modules you may want to include may be medical nursing, surgical nursing, nursing pharmacology, pediatric nursing, or obstetric nursing. You do same for your master's degree if you have it. For the academic and professional experience, you may want to do same as we did for the academic CV. Make sure you list out all the positions you've held, the facilities you've worked in, as well as some activities you carried out in your role. You do same for the membership in certified bodies that you belong to. Next is certificates and licenses that you have, especially if you are in the healthcare profession. You may have gotten your license from the Medical Council, you indicate that. You may also have gotten your license from the Nursing and Midwifery Council, you indicate that as well. Your job may have indicated that they need someone with this license, and this is important. If you don't have the license yet, make sure you indicate, like it is written there, registration underway. This will help your employer in making an informed decision. Some applications may require you to have your referees included in your CV, and that is the reason why I included this slide. In instances where you have not been asked to include your referees in your CVs, you can ignore and end up with the certificates and licenses. Don't forget to share this video to help someone out there. Until I see you in the next video, stay safe.